Happy Saturday! Woo, it's Saturday. All right, so I just wanted to pop on really quick to show you guys a quick farmer's market grocery store haul sort of a thing. Saturdays is my routine. I gotta go buy food for the house day. I think as you're on your health and wellness journey, pick a day where you're going to go to all the stores and figure out how you're going to nourish your body. If you haven't already, head to sisterfrennn.com. I just released my ancestral grocery guide, and I know sometimes it can be really hard to figure out, what do I eat? I don't know. I want to be on this health journey, but I don't really know what to eat, how to eat, all those different things. So I put together my grocery guide. It's on sisterfrennn.com. It's totally free for you. You can also get my Rebirth the Ancestral Way guide, and it's basically just this love letter to you on how I healed, just the whole journey kind of a thing, and giving you some starting points as you are on your healing journey. So anyway, today I was like, you know what? When I was shopping, I was like, I need to show my friends. I need to show them what I'm buying, what we're having for the week. Today was a total just spontaneous video day. I was like, let me just record this stuff real quick. So I started my day off, and by the way, my husband did this with me one Saturday, and he was just like, this is what you do on Saturdays? He's like, I don't need to do this again. I was like, yeah, he was really grateful. He was like, wow, babe, like, it's a job. So yes, being a homemaker, housewife, anybody who's like, it's a job, okay? It is a job. But anyway, let me just play really quick. First, I went to the farmer's market. It was really nice. I still miss my Los Angeles farmer's market. I was a farmer's market girly through and through every single week. Well, I've been a farmer's market girly since 2018. That is when I discovered eating local. Eating local is so important. Like supporting your local community, supporting your local farmer. I know so many people demonize meat products and dairy products, but when you get to know your local farmers and get to know just the people in your community, you can eat good, clean meat. I mean, my husband is always like, oh my God, this is the best ground beef I've ever had in my life. I mean, the farmer always brags that people always tell him that. And that is because the cows are grass fed. That matters. Today, I went to the farmer's market, which I typically do now that we live really far away from it. I try to kind of do my grocery shopping for 2 weeks at a time. So don't be alarmed by all the food. This is like groceries for about 2 weeks. I may have to do a few maintenance things in between, but this is for 2 weeks. So I went to the farmer's market. Then after that, I went to the Asian supermarket, which I love the Asian supermarket. If you cannot afford to eat local at your local farmer's market, I think finding a local international supermarket is a really great idea. Whenever I go to the Asian markets or an international supermarket, or even I've been to the African market once, I don't think they really had a lot of meat. I don't remember. I got a lot of skincare stuff from them, but when you go to the Asian markets or the international supermarket, they have a lot of meat. I don't know if it's grass-fed, but I do see a lot of the Asian mommies, okay, who are older, who look really good, and they are shopping there. So if you can't eat local, go to some of those international markets. And I don't speak the language, so it's kind of hard to communicate sometimes, but I would go there for, chicken feet or fresh fish. I mean, those Asian markets, good Lord, they have so many fresh fish, and it's so much more inexpensive than, Kroger's or, a Whole Foods or something like that. So get your your fresh fish from like your local Asian market. So first I went to the farmer's market, then I went to Whole Foods. After Whole Foods, I went to the Asian market. After the Asian market, I went to Costco. And then after Costco, I went to the Indian market. And it was a journey. It was 5 stores, but I got everything. I'm going to be able to nourish me and my husband very well. And I know you guys might be like, oh, it's like expensive, whatever. We don't eat out. We will have a date night every once in a while, but we eat at home, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So think about the tab of you guys eating out for breakfast or lunch. I mean, my husband told me before he met me, he used to, we have flies, you guys, the flies right now. And it's like, I can't sit on top of them. I kill them, and it's like they lay eggs. I'm a fly killer. Sorry. I had to be. Okay. But it's like they lay eggs so fast, and I'm like, where? The house will be free of flies, and then you're like, they manifest from nowhere, and you're like, Where are you, like, where did you come from? It's crazy. We do have a Zevo, and it does work, especially at night when it's like dark in the kitchen and then the flies and the gnats go to it. But oh my gosh, my husband at this point in time is like, throw out all your fermentations. He's like, throw out the fermentations, because the gnats are so crazy because I have so many ferments just in our house. And the gnats are just like attacking. But anyway, before my husband met me, he used to eat out every day for lunch, and he had chronic stomach problems like so many people. I actually saw a post on Facebook that said something like, I don't know life without my stomach hurting. And I was like, really? But my husband told me that when he went to the doctor, they never even asked him, hey, what do you eat? What's your diet? They just gave him prescription medication for his stomach. And so when we started dating, I remember I handed him his first green juice, and he was like, you want me to drink this? And I was like, yes, I want you to drink it. You need to be healthy. And I remember I lived in a 2-story apartment in LA, and after, I think his system was like really shocked from the green juice. So after he drank it, he just like went upstairs. I had a bathroom upstairs and downstairs, but he wouldn't go to the downstairs one because I was still down there. So he went upstairs and he was like, oh, that green juice. But literally, I put him on a plant-based diet. And listen, I'm not here to tell you guys, eat meat, don't eat meat, but make sure you're getting your protein in. Make sure, like, if you have the genetic mutation, MTHFR, make sure you get tested for that. Make sure you have your B vitamins, your probiotics, because that is so important for your mental health. But anyway, I had put him on a plant-based diet because I was plant-based for years and years and years. And he just like lost so much weight and his stomach felt better. So when people say that they don't understand like why they have chronic problems, I need our generation, I need our parents' generation to know, I need everyone to know that is not your portion to have stomach pain and headaches for life. You don't have to have those things. You can heal your body with food. I am telling you, like literally this whole system runs by what you put right here. You know, like it's so funny, like, you know, when you think about the Bible and people talk about life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I ran into this woman in Whole Foods once, and she's a plant-based vegan, and she was telling me, I had never heard this before, but it was so great. And she told me, she said, how did the fall of Adam and Eve happen? And I was like, yeah, like, you know, Eve told Adam to eat the fruit. And she's like, exactly. It's by what you put in your mouth. Now, obviously, many of us have heard this, like the story of Adam and Eve, and we've biblically thought of that story in a different way of like, oh, it was disobedience. But she came from it from a totally different perspective of the fall happened from what you put in your mouth. And I was like, whoa, like my mind was just like, whoa. So I absolutely 100% could not agree more. Life and death is, yes, words, what you speak, but the tongue, what you put in and out of your mouth is going to determine so much of your destiny. I hear educators on food when I'm listening to lectures all the time say, yes, you could have been born with the genetics, but you have the power to change it. Yes, my family, there was known heart disease, but I don't really know if it was like heart disease runs in my family or if just my grandparents and my aunts and my uncles did not have the knowledge of how to nourish themselves. My grandmother was flute. She was doing a great job. She was a beautiful woman from Mississippi, you know, eating. I remember my aunt told me a story not too long ago, and she told me, so one day, Sierra, I came downstairs and there was just chickens flying around in the kitchen, and my mom like just ripped his head off, and my aunt was like, I was traumatized. And it's so funny because my grandmother was doing things the right way. She was, you know, doing the chickens herself. She was making her meats and her eggs, and she was eating the way she was supposed to. But then there was the big lie that took off in the 90s when they were like, hey, are you eating butter? Replace it with margarine. And so then I remember my grandmother started buying these huge tubs of country crock. And you're just like, whoa, like she knew what she was doing, but they decided to infiltrate the system and decided to start poisoning us. So seed oils are bad. If you have grapeseed oil, canola oil, I have friends who use avocado oil, but I wouldn't cook with that. I would just use avocado oil on my face. But all those oils, the peanut oil, the sesame oil, get rid of the oils. do not cook with those. If you're going to be cooking with things, I would highly recommend rendering some beef fat, which I can get into that into another video, or you can cook with butter. You know what I mean? Coconut oil is a safe option. Unrefined, cold pressed. Unrefined, cold pressed. But anyway, this was a really long tangent. I just wanted to give you guys a quick Saturday grocery haul. I couldn't be recording while I was out and about. It was just too crazy. The people were out. It was a madhouse, but I did put everything out on the table. So you guys are gonna get to see everything that I had. So heal your gut, heal your life. Everything else will fall into place. Your mental health, everything, your joints, everything will get better. Head over to sisterfrennn.com and download my free grocery guide, and also go ahead and get my Rebirth the Ancestral Way guide. Like I said, it's just a nice starting point to get you started on your health and wellness journey. But anyway, let's get into me showing you guys my haul for today. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a really great day. All right, so here is our grocery haul for the next 2 weeks. So as you guys can see, I really packed it in there. We might have things falling off the table. So to start with, I got this canary melon. I used to eat these all the time. They used to have these at the farmer's market all the time in Los Angeles. I actually got this one at Whole Foods. They did not have any of the canary melons at our local market, so I got this one at Whole Foods. Here is a red pepper I got from the market. I got some Thai chilies from our local Indian market. I got a whole bunch of those because I'm going to be making some dals / pulses, whatever you call it. I call it dal, but I know a lot of people refer to them as pulses. I got some chicken feet from our local farmer. These are going to be really great. This is great for your hair, skin, nails. It's really wonderful. Got about 5 pounds of those. I also got some oxtail from our local farmer, which this is gonna make a really wonderful broth. I'm gonna make some more pho. I think I have some what I eat in a week videos, and I don't show you guys how I make it, but oh my God, the broth is just too good. So I use oxtail in that. I also have loads of ginger. Loads. It's like all under there, so much. I get these from the international markets, the Asian market or the Indian market. I actually got some from both. I love their ginger. I also tend to notice that at Whole Foods, they have mold on their ginger. International markets don't refrigerate their ginger, so there's a lot of information about ginger having mold if it's refrigerated. So I always get these from the international supermarket. These are fertilized eggs. So I get these from the Asian market. They have the baby in there, and so I'll eat fertilized eggs, you know, maybe every other week. They help with libido, they help with collagen production. So I got into it. It's also called a balut egg, so you guys can find stuff online about that. I got tons of mushrooms, some blue oysters, some shiitake, lion's mane. I'm always talking to you guys about, oh, these are cremini here. I'm always talking to you guys about having more mushrooms. They're so neuroprotective. So I love to make a soup with these mushrooms. I actually just found a recipe from Chef Babette that looked really good. So I'm going to try her recipe with these mushrooms. But I would say, especially if you make a soup with lion's mane, do not eat it too late at night, because whenever I have mushrooms, they are very stimulating. So we just moved into our house, so I actually do not have any parsley or cilantro in our garden at the moment. So I did buy a couple of bunches of parsley and cilantro from our farmer's market. I'm going to actually be juicing with these. Cilantro is really good for heavy metal detoxing. So I'm going to be, and parsley is just so great for your kidneys. So I'm going to be making a green juice with those. It's so disappointing because my parsley is really taking off at my old house. It's actually going to seed. Got some Granny Smith apples. Those are also from the grocery store because we don't see apples at our farmer's market too much. If me and my husband want apples, we have to go apple picking in the fall. But I used to see these also often in LA. I got some more bones. These are, well, I shouldn't say more, but these are bones. I said more because these will go in that soup that I was talking to you guys about. So this will be really great for my bone broth when I make my pho. It's got marrow, knuckles, the whole nine, which is really great. It's going to give you some really good amino acids. I've got beef liver. I'm always telling you guys about the genetic mutation, MTHFR. If you have that mutation, beef liver is going to make your body feel so good. So good. So I eat organ meat at least once every week. I kind of go back and forth between beef liver and beef heart. I had beef heart last week, and I was out of beef liver, so this will last me for a couple weeks because I usually do about 4 ounces. So I got some fresh beef liver from our local farmer. We got some peaches from the farmer's market. I also got this aloe vera. I don't want to pick this stuff up, you guys, because it is falling. This is aloe vera from the Indian market. I've been nibbling on that. It's a really good prebiotic fiber for your gut. Ladies, yes, you can put this on your skin, but you can also eat it. And you're gonna just see your skin. You're gonna see it's gonna make your bladder lining smooth out if you have any urinary issues. Eating some aloe is great. It can soothe the throat if you've got weird stuff going on with your throat. Doesn't taste the most delicious, but very, very, very effective and inexpensive. So from the Indian market, I also got some whole almonds, some whole cashews. I also got some turmeric. I do like to order my turmeric on other sites, but I won't say right now. But I did get some turmeric powder from the Indian market today because we're on a budget and it was a little less expensive to get it from the Indian market. Same, there's a company that I love that has the best chili flakes, but they're a little pricey. Like I said, I already spent kind of a lot. And so I went ahead and just got these from the Indian market. I got some mustard seed from the Indian market. These are longan. I love longan. I also love lychee. Lychee was not in stock today at my local Asian market, but the longan is super high in vitamin C. And so, yeah, you can get these from your local Asian market. Love, love, love those. They're so good. Eating those in my what I eat in a week videos a lot because they've been in season. I have also got this fresh ground beef from our local farmer. Their ground beef is so good. My husband is like, dude, Sierra, like even when he's been like wanting me to save $1, he's like, they just have the best ground beef. And that is because the animals are grass-fed. Grass-fed is so important. It even talks about that. We won't get into religion, but even biblically, like cows need to be grass-fed. Grass, grass, grass. It makes all the difference. So these cows are only grass-fed. So we got that from our farmer's market. And then here we got 5 cartons of eggs. So we are a part of a herd share. And the herd share is where we get our raw milk from. I get my raw goat's milk from them. And they have other things that we can buy from them. So they had a really great deal. They had 5 eggs for $32. So we got 5 cartons of eggs. These will last us for a couple weeks, 2 weeks. My husband, when he sees this many eggs, he just be going through them. So I try to be like, listen, if you don't want me spending more money, you better not be eating too many eggs a day. So we'll eat eggs. These are great snacks. So these are also pasture raised chickens that we get from that local farm that we get our goat milk from. So also from the market, we got some blueberries at Whole Foods. I got my favorite truffle Gouda cheese. This is like a treat for me. I love this truffle cheese. It's so good. We got several bulbs of garlic. There's a few more in there, but garlic, we need lots of garlic. We love garlic here. We got onions also from our dairy farm that we get our raw milk from. So we got some onions in there. The watermelon is from Whole Foods. Couldn't find any seeded watermelons at the farmer's market. I don't know why everyone does seedless. I'm not into that. I did buy a watermelon from Costco a couple of weeks ago and it didn't have seeds and it was awful. And I'm a really good watermelon picker, but it just was fake. I just feel like it's fake watermelon. So here's the watermelon that I just got from Whole Foods. We'll see how it is. More red onion from our farm. Some limes from, where did I get the limes? I got the limes at the Indian market. Curry leaves from the Indian market, or neem leaves. These are great if you want to make a hair tonic too. I have a video that I just haven't edited yet, but these are really great. We got some carrots, some green onion in there. There's some cucumbers. My cucumbers are growing in my backyard. More on that in another video, but cucumbers at the farm. We got some fresh corn from the farm, some farm fresh corn. You can see lots of onions, like tons of onions. We got a lot of onions. I usually get 100%, can you see? I usually get 100% dark chocolate, but Whole Foods has been out of their 100% for a while, so I settled for 85%, but I usually get 100%, but I don't know why they've been out. We're also growing some zucchini in our garden, but it's not ready yet, so I got a couple of zucchinis. I wanted to try another recipe that someone posted online. It's like a raw zucchini salad, so I wanted to really try that. More beets, lots of beets. Oh no, my tea is overflowing. Hold on. I left this on the whole time I was gone, but I had it all the way on low. And this is the ginger, cinnamon, clove tea that I'm always talking about. It's so good for you. It gets rid of parasites like nothing you've ever known. So I just turned the fire up because it was on low, but I just turned it off now. So we're just gonna let that sit. And for breakfast this morning, you see another tea here. For breakfast this morning, before I went and got on the road, I had some ginger tea. This is dandelion root, burdock root, milk thistle, and ginger. I couldn't think. You can see the little milk thistles right here. They kind of pop open. But this is, oh, there it is. I'm gonna put a little more water in here and soak up a little more, but oh my gosh, this is highly liver detoxifying. If you wanna work on your liver, burdock root, dandelion root, milk thistle, and some ginger. So I made that a couple of days ago. I had the first batch and then I reused my herbs a couple of times before I tossed them. So anyway, let's get back to our haul. Okay, so back to our haul. We got some pineapple. We will never find fresh pineapple where we live. So this is definitely from the grocery store. From our local farm this week, I ordered some heavy cream. And then this is our raw goat's milk. I switched us from cow milk to goat's milk. I got some cauliflower. I'm gonna make, this was part of the recipe I wanted to try. Chef Babette had a recipe I wanted to try, and it's using cauliflower. So I got some cauliflower. Avocados. I miss fresh avocados from LA so bad. So these are also grocery store. I will never find avocados local here. This is from our Asian market. This is garlic, black garlic. And oh my goodness, this is a blood pressure lowering. This is blood pressure lowering. This is the star of the show, one of the stars of the show for lowering your blood pressure. I give my husband 2 of these a day. And it just makes the pressure go down, 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 down. Celery, I already said. We got some blackberries from the farm. And then also, I didn't realize that I had already, I think I did. I think I just wanted a lot. But these are our farm that we get our raw dairy from. They are the Amish. And we got to actually tour their farm. I'll have to post that video. But they also have blackberries in season. So I also ordered blackberries from them too. So these are from the local farmer's market. And then I also ordered 2 cases of blackberries from our raw dairy farm. We got tons of kale. I also got, is there anything else in there I'm missing? What am I missing? I feel like you guys are yelling at me through the phone. So this is also some spinach. I've got to grow some spinach here in my garden at our new home here, which is a, in case you're curious, that is a fall crop. Any of these cruciferous, they're like, I mean, you could do them in the spring, but I miss the growing season for those. And then I got some rice from the Asian market. And then lastly, some unrefined cold pressed coconut oil because we were out of that. So I don't think I missed, oh, horseradish. Yesterday I found some raw wild oysters. They were raw and they're wild. And so I wanted to put some horseradish on those. So I'm gonna have those oysters in a minute here. Yeah, I think that's it. Cucumber, zucchini, corn, red pepper, habanero, Thai chilies. Oh, these are from Costco. These are sardines. This is kind of a, if we're having a lazy day, I have lots of fermented little things in the refrigerator that my husband can grab and he can throw some sardines on there. Also, we got the turmeric from the Indian market. Turmeric also. So I think that's everything. Mustard seeds, the longan, the aloe, the Granny Smith apples, the mushrooms, the meat. we got a pretty good deal. And then lastly, let me show you guys, I also got some coconut water from our local Asian market. I like this brand. It's got, let me show you. If I could get fresh coconut, I would. Sometimes I can find them, but not often. But it's got 550 milligrams of potassium. I'm always telling you guys, and look, includes 0 added sugar. I'm always telling you guys, if you have high blood pressure, it could be because of a mineral deficiency. If you can get access to fresh coconut, highly recommend it. It is nature's electrolyte. So I stocked up on our coconut waters for us. And also, let me show you this side too. Where is it? It says it on here. Wait, why doesn't it say it? I literally just saw it somewhere. Am I tripping? Am I spazzing out, friends? Oh, there it is. Did I get 2 different brands? I must have. Oh, I think I did. I got 2 different brands. So that's okay. So this one's, look. This one is no preservatives, no artificial color, gluten-free. And this one actually has, what's this? I hope this one's not, has added sugar. Oh, this one's also 0 added sugar. This is fine. So they have a lot of different ones at the Asian markets. So make sure you look at them. And this one has per container, this one is 1,928 milligrams of potassium. So many of you guys are deficient in your minerals. You need to make sure you have plenty of potassium. Hydrating could be the reason that you have high blood pressure. So we stocked up on this. And then lastly, in case any of you housewives or anyone cares, at Costco, all I got was paper towels and toilet paper and the sardines. So this is my haul for the next 2 weeks. And yeah, eat healthy, heal your gut, heal your life. Support that microbiome.